Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and I am incredibly amazed. So right now, E3, obviously is taking, full launch, and I want to keep people up to date by giving you guys the crackdown behind everything. First off, check back on the other episode. I discuss everything that's coming out from EA, which was, I told you my feelings about that and what I covered in there. And right now, one of my favorite companies in the world, literally, Bethesda. So E3 actually had Bethesda had a presentation in E3, and I gotta tell you, just like I expected, I was blown the hell away. Okay, I am so. I love Bethesda, especially how they came out for the Nintendo Switch and they actually worked on their port and made it such a beautiful, beautifully done game. To play Doom on it, and now Wolfenstein's coming out, and of course Skyrim that was released on it. Just amazing. And now Bethesda brought some awesome things to the table. A ton of things, but the major things I'm going to be discussing here. First off, we all wanted it, okay? We all wanted this more than anything in the world. After we played Doom, we wanted, just like the old Doom, a Doom 2, which was much more superior in my taste. So there's going to be a sequel to Doom, okay? And I thought it was going to be an add-on, but it's not. It's a sequel to Doom, and like Hell on Earth. They basically gave us a teaser of Hell on Earth. It's called Doom Eternal, okay? It's going to be debuting in QuakeCon in around August, so you're going to get more of it. But they showed sort of like a trailer, not really in-game, but their trailers is basically in-game as you're going through it and everything. They look exactly alike, and it just looked so freaking cool. I can't even begin to describe it. I mean, I know we all waited for a Doom, another Doom to come out after that awesome Doom game, and it's coming to fruition. And then the fact that it's coming in QuakeCon, I was really hoping for a 2018 release, but the fact that it's coming on QuakeCon, I'm more thinking it's going to be more of a 2019 release. Probably either, like it'll feel like 2 years from now, like a year and a half or something like that. That's just my thing. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But that's what I feel is going to happen. I'm definitely urging you guys to check out QuakeCon. Whoever's doing live streaming, whoever happens to be in there, definitely check that out, because they're actually going to be, they said they're going to be showing a lot about it. Another thing is Quake Champions, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I loved Quake 1. I hated Quake 2. I don't know, it's just me. I hated Quake 3. When Quake 1 came out, the first Quake, even the military had training that they trained people in it. If you guys remember, it was all over the news. I played the crap out of it. I remember every day I used to get back from school playing on that on the PC. It was actually one of the major reasons why, I'm not even kidding, why I begged my mom and why I begged my mom to buy me a PC when I was younger. It was just because of Quake. Even though my mom wanted to buy it because of schooling and all that stuff, it was because of freaking Quake. I wanted that more than anything, more than a typewriter. That was the thing we had. But it was too expensive, the computer back in the day. And my mom knew. She was like, "Yeah, we know why you're doing this. It's definitely you're doing it because you want a game or something like that or whatever." And you remember consoles were the things taken over back in the day, even though you had first-person shooters that were amazing on the PC. But the thing is, when Quake came out, everybody fell in love. That was like an entrance where everybody wanted in. And I'm kind of disappointed. I really am. I know some of you guys like Quake Champions, and that's great for you, and that's great. But myself personally, I would have loved to see a Quake game like they came out with Doom, completely beautiful and whatever. I would have liked to see a new Quake game being released that has the same kind of feel like they did with Doom, but the same kind of feel of the original Quake, with better graphics and everything, and probably a better developed story like they did with Doom. I just really think that would have been, that's what I'm looking for, and I know a lot of people are looking for as well. But instead, they're focusing on Champions, which is like an old school, Unreal Tournament. I prefer Unreal Tournament, to be honest with you, in terms of going on for all that. And, Battle Royale now with, a bunch of games are going to be coming out with it, like Battlefield. Just announced that in EA, if you remember. I said that in the other episode over there. But I was really hoping for that. And I'm kind of sad that they were talking more about Quake Champions. Now, they said that you can actually download the trial. If you download it within this week, it's free, and you'll be able to continuously play it till, you know, they make an announcement for, you know, for money and whatever they're going to charge. So any of you guys that like that kind of stuff, definitely go out and get it. I just downloaded just for the kicks. I registered, you know, just for the kicks, just because I want it on my machine so I could play it and see how it is. But it's very old-fashioned, very kind of old-fashioned. Reminds me of the old Quake 3 type, you know, arena, Quake 3 arena that was on the Dreamcast. It's kind of lame. I didn't like it. I never liked it, and I'm really disappointed that Bethesda doesn't realize that we need another Quake now. I know Part 2 destroyed the whole Quake franchise, but you know, for us Quake gamers, but Quake 1 was breathtaking. It was amazing. The level design, the way it immerses you in it, it was so spooky. You hear the voices of these ghosts and, you know, these demons, whatever, and you're like trying to kick some butt and take some names, and it's just sad that they're going into that. And that was probably one of the biggest letdowns that I had. Another thing that they're coming out with right now is Wolfenstein Young Blood. If you remember that, Old Blood before. I hope and pray to God it's a $20 game like Old Blood was. So let's see what Young Blood has to offer. I think it was called Old Blood. I remember I have them both and I beat the hell out of these games. But to play that is going to be just insane. And you know that Bethesda comes out for games also for the Switch. So you know this thing might come out for the Nintendo Switch as well. But to play it on PC and to have an extension of that game, I don't think this is going to be a sequel. I mean, even though technically it's just a separate story. You understand? It wasn't really even an add-on, which is so cool that they gave it for $20. I hope they release this one for $20. It'll be really, really cool. That's really all I have to say for that. And they're also coming out with some game called Cyberpilot. But the thing is, they also announced that they're gonna have a VR, a virtual reality version of Wolfenstein, which of course came out for Doom, and I think that's pretty cool. A lot of, you know, some companies are trying to, you know, veer and say, you know, stay away from VR because it's still kind of in its infancy stages. But I like people who are trying to develop it more and to make, you know, to put it out there more for us people who enjoy VR. I like virtual reality. I know it's an acquired taste. I didn't always like it, but it's something you know, it's like sushi. You taste it at first, it tastes like crap. Then you eat some, you know, after a while, it's an acquired taste. You start to acquire that in your taste buds, and before you know it, you're addicted to this crap. And this is exactly what this is. This is just amazing. Then, they didn't really show anything on this, which really pissed me off. But, Fallout 76. Now, if you remember, Fallout didn't run that well, Fallout 4, on the home systems. It ran okay, but it didn't, you know, it had bugs and issues. Of course, on PC, it played very well. And I'm looking forward to playing that on my PC over my PlayStation 4. There were some talks about crossplay. Of course, PlayStation has issues with doing crossplay because they feel they only want people to buy their own PlayStation. And you know Sony, how selfish they are. They're always like that, like they did with the Vita. They didn't like it. They didn't care about the fans. Oh, we don't want it. We abandon it. They tossed it to the crap. And like I said, I wouldn't have bought a PS4 at all in protest against Sony. I just got it as a gift, and you know, I love it. It's a great system, but it just still pisses me off what happened when they abandoned all of us big fans of the portable machines of the PlayStation Vita. I'm in New York City. I'm traveling all the time. Like I said, that's why I have the Nintendo Switch. Portability is a big issue with me. And when I'm at home, I like playing on my PC for first-person shooters with the mouse. You have great fine-tuning, and I like playing games on my PlayStation 4 home systems. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But, you know, the fact that Sony is not having crossplay is kind of pissing me off. But now all of them are deciding to make some kind of crossplay type of thing that they're going to be releasing at some point. Now, another thing is they're going to have a beautiful thing. They actually ended it with a new Elder Scrolls game. Now, I'm not talking about the new one here, but I'm talking about for a mobile phone. It's called Elder Scrolls Blades. And if you go right now, I just pre-registered, they're going to tell you it's a free game. You could download it, and it looks freaking cool. They showed it on the freaking screen. Let me put this in focus. They showed it on the freaking screen, and I was blown away. I'm like, wow, on a freaking, you know, on a freaking cell phone, you could play this crap. I'm probably going to drain all my battery just playing this thing. And it looks really, really interesting. I really like it. It's kind of like Pocket Skyrim or something. That's what it kind of feels like. It's really cool. I really dig it in what they showed there. And I know a lot of people were writing on the forums that were disappointed that they ended with that. But to be honest, I mean, guys, we got what we wanted, okay? And now I'm going to end it with this, too. Elder Scrolls 6 was announced. which is pretty freaking cool. So we got what we wanted, okay? A sequel to Doom, another Wolfenstein, okay, game, which is, I think, what we all freaking give a damn about, really. A Fallout 76, which I also think it's going to come a little bit later. Quake, Quake Champions, whatever, if you like it or whatever. And, of course, Elder Scrolls 6. So, to end it with a beautiful game that you could play online, on your phone, that's freaking sick. I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of hatred people wrote on forums about that. I don't think people should hate. I think that's something that's pretty cool that Bethesda is thinking. And you learn the focus. They're really good at porting games in the portable world. They did a phenomenal job with the Switch. If you guys have not played it on the Nintendo Switch Doom, go ahead and play it now. It looks so identical. There's a downgrade, obviously, in the graphics obviously a little dumbed down, but it looks the same thing to the eyes. It looks incredibly pleasing to the eyes to take on the go with you. I just don't like playing first-person shooters without, my trusty mouse here. So, and, my keyboard. I really like, I'm used to playing games like that on first-person shooters, but when I was playing that on my cousin's house, I really was blown away how amazing it is that you can take it on the go. And I really think that's really awesome. And they're doing a great job, and I don't see why they shouldn't stretch out to that thing. As always, guys, self-funded here. The only thing I ask is that you help this channel out by liking this video, sharing this video, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting the bell button. As many more honest reviews. As always, I try to release these reviews and all the time when I get new stuff for equipment and technology and video games and all that stuff. Before you guys have to spend your pennies, I give you guys honest reviews. I'm not paid for by anybody by the following. So I give you guys honest reviews. That's the only thing I ask. Just hit that damn bell button and subscription and button and get alerted of any new videos to come. The next video I'm releasing right now two episodes at the same time, so definitely look for it for the E3 Xbox Xbox presentation. I got to give Xbox some credit because usually a lot of game systems like to stay away from that, and they actually gave an entire presentation, and it's really cool to see all the crap that they have lined up, and really lots of stuff. So we'll talk about that on the other video. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.